Hello and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and today we're going to be starting with Watcher. The whale greets us. Transform a card, max HP, transform 2 cards, or do boss relic swap. Almost certainly going to do boss relic swap. Curse for 2 transforms is terrible as a high variance Niao reward. This is like probably the worst one. Curse is a pretty big cost. Current health and max health are both lower costs than Curse, and transform 2 cards is by far the worst option. Rare Relic is probably the best one. Choose a rare card, it's pretty good. Transform 2 cards is garbage. I guess it is possible to transform 2 cards and get like a rush down and a inner calm or something. But if we're getting really lucky, why don't we just Pandora's swap into that? So I'll just blind do this before even looking at the pathing. It is a pyramid. Okay. Cool. I like pyramid. I'm kind of looking at this right path. That's the only way to get 3 elites before the or 3 fights before the first elite. Excuse me. I guess technically this does as well, but then we're not hitting that early fire. But they both have 1 fire by this point. And the only way to get 3 elites is this path, so I guess we'll do that one. Late shop is nice. Only 1 extra fire is a little bit awkward. If we get here and decide we need more fires, we can just go right and get 2 extra ones. Whereas this path on the right, we'd probably take an earlier shop, because we're not offered a later one, and then we get this nice triple extra fire route. But I think left for now, so we're starting here. We have to click leave. Okay. Alright. 4 involuntary damage on the very first turn of 2021. Drat. Eruption could kill Spike Slime, but I don't think that's worth it, so I think we're going to take 3. Vigilance Defense should set up for lethal next turn. I'm not going to count it, because it doesn't matter if it's lethal or not, because he's not attacking. Great. Ended up taking 7 damage to that fight. Rush down. Wave of the Hand and Just Lucky. Well, Just Lucky costs 0, and we definitely have some hand size problems given the Runic Pyramid. Wave of the Hand is a pretty massive defensive resource. Weak is very relevant in the Guardian fight. Pretty easy to set up a really good Wave of the Hand with Runic Pyramid. Runic Pyramid is not an energy relic, though, and Wave of the Hand really does want you to have 4 or more energy, so you can play Wave of the Hand and then spend a bunch of energy generating block. Just Lucky is an attack, so it doesn't make Gremlin Knob angry. Generates a little bit of block. I do like Just Lucky quite a bit. Strength and Dex scaling. Activates Weave. Good with fasting. A little bit of scrying. Pretty good if you get Goldeneye or if you upgrade it. I like Rushdown a lot too. If we have Pyramid, we're pretty close to having Rushdown loop sort of stuff happening. It's a little bit scary to take too much card draw with Pyramid, because your hand can get kind of full. I think it is going to be the Rushdown here, though. And the other options are super compelling. Okay. Well, I guess we'll develop that on turn 1. Given no other good options. Go ahead and go into Calm and do some damage. Okay, so we have Rushdown down, so Eruption would actually draw Eruption again. So we're actually pretty close to a loop. We need an Eruption Plus and that relic that makes you gain 3 energy when you exit Calm. And then this would be an infinite right here. We can just do Eruption and then Vigilance. Get in a little bit of chip damage. Sure. And then lethal in next turn. Take 3. Actually, did we have lethal there? Shoot. Protect is a nice defensive resource. Sash Whip, unfortunately, is not a ton better than a Strike in the deck. As is. Sanctity, I don't think we need the card draw. I kind of just want not to add any cards. I always get myself in trouble with these, when you go for rushdown loops. Hey, Praise Snecko. Welcome on in. Thanks for the well wishes. Happy New Year to you as well. I always get myself in trouble with infinite loop decks because I'm like, well, I'm going for an infinite, so I can't add any cards, and then I don't add any cards. And then I have this deck until like floor 15, and then something kind of kills me. But I don't think I'm going to add a Sash Whip. And I don't think any of the other cards are pickable, so. I'm going to skip here. Maybe this is a card remove. We do really need an upgrade on Eruption. It's the only real card that needs an upgrade. Obviously, Ominous Forge is super, super good. The Warped Tongs is busted. I really don't want to add Pain to the deck, though. So I don't think I will. Just going to take the only upgrade that really matters. And be on our way. Looks like a triple defend turn to me. Block for 15. 15 damage incoming. I guess defend and split both. Take 10. Well, that was rude. Don't think we want to do pressure points. Could we do Empty Body for the loop? No, we need a Call Mentor. There needs to be a Call Mentor in the loop. I don't think Empty Body is good enough. I'm not going pressure points. And I didn't take Protect last floor for the same reason I'm not going to take it now. Which is that we already have Runic Pyramid, so the Retain keyword is useless. And Protect just doesn't do enough as a card. I'd rather have Defend pluses. Kind of a big decision here. We do a 4th hallway fight, we're an elite. 4th hallway fight gets us a fire, an extra fire. Elite gets us an extra question mark. I guess we want the card removed from the question mark. And we could probably handle an elite. So I'll go this way. Oof. This is not what we're hoping for. Go ahead and use the weak pot. This is a challenging fight, and we could be rewarded with a potion from the fight. Fairly high chance. Also, we're just in danger, so... Vigilance Defend gets pretty close to blocking out. Hopefully we can blow up Looter next turn. Eruption Double Strike does not blow him up. It would have to be Eruption Triple Strike. Which we have energy for, but then we wouldn't be able to exit Wrath. Eruption takes us up to 4 energy. Double Strike Vigilance for the rest of the turn. Gosh. Maybe I should have taken that Sash Whip. Sash Whip would have given us lethal here. So if we Eruption Triple Strike, then we can single defend. He hits for 16, block for 5, take 11. If we just Eruption, Vigilance, double defend. Then we block out, and he takes 9. If he takes 9, we're not necessarily setting up for lethal next turn. And we have to kill him soon. I think taking no damage is the right play, though. Alright. Set up Rushdown for sure. He's going to generate 9 block. So ideally, we want, like, Eruption, Double Strike to be lethal. I guess there's not really any choice to be made, because we're drawing Eruption next turn no matter what. Um, 6 plus 16 should be lethal. And then we can go into Vigilance and take 4. That seems right. Alright, well, we got him dead. Eruption Double Strike is not lethal, right? 9 plus 12, or 24. Yeah, it's off by 1. Alright, I'll just do Eruption Strike, Vigilance Defend. Takes no damage, sets up for guaranteed lethal next turn. It's not guaranteed, I guess, but it is lethal. Okay. Well, that was rough. Strength Pot's very nice. Consecrate's great if it's sentries next floor. Meditate is a commenter, but it ends your turn, so you can't use it for combos. Crush Joints is pretty nice. Source of Vulnerable. Also like a little bit bigger of a damage card. I was struggling to get through fights with just strikes, so we're definitely going to take either Consecrate or Crush Joints. I guess Consecrate makes more sense with the Pyramid deck with Rushdown. We're like struggling a lot with hand size, so grab that. Okay, definitely want to develop Rushdown. We're also certainly drinking the Strength Pot in the fight. Let's do it now and not forget. Hold the other cards. Good, we have to go into Calm this turn. I'm going to go ahead and defend so that we draw an extra card. Probably doesn't matter. Alright. That's a pretty good Lagavulin start. I like that. Might be the old Watcher brand start and finish. Lagavulin never attacks. Well, we were struggling a little bit in those in the hallway fights, but the elite was easy. We got a Toxic Egg for our efforts. And now we're just looking for that inner piece so we can do combos. We do need a couple of card removes at this point. Our deck is getting too big. 13 cards, 2 removes. I guess technically we are at 11, which is our max size. So if we had found the, whatever it's called, the Lotus card that makes you get 3 energy for exiting Calm, we'd have infinite. But as is, we need to add a card, so we need to remove a card. So I don't think we're adding any of these. Cut Through Fate's kind of nice. It's a little bit more card draw for the Runic Pyramid. I would probably take a Protect if it was in this offer, because it would be Protect Plus. Defensive card seems appropriate. But Indignation is definitely not that. And we don't need another Wrath Enter. We've got the Eruption Plus, so that's good enough for the Rushdown loop. All right. Let's look for a card remove here. Hey, we got one. Could do a Transform to look for a random card, but I think that's way worse than just removing. And we're removing a Strike for sure. We need those defends. And then I think we're taking our one rest here. And then based on how good this chest is, maybe we do more elites. Unceasing Top is awful. Unceasing Top Pyramid basically never works. So I will just take a Sapphire Key instead and experience some sadness. This path just looks hard. An elite, 2 fights, and then a forced second elite. We're at 40. I think we're going to skip it. I'm going to go the Fires route. I kind of want defend pluses. It's really important to keep the deck really dense. Since we're not adding very many cards to it, we really need those defends to be powerful. Maybe Vigilance plus before defend plus, but still. Same idea. Take Whetstone if we really want to go for upgrades. Obviously there's no Inner Peace, or there's no Calm Enters here. Calm Enter is what we were really looking for. Card Remove is an option. I guess Whetstone just hits 2 strikes, so that's probably not very good. I guess it could hit Consecrate. Third Eye Plus is pretty nice. You do Third Eye Card Remove. Third Eye Card Remove and Fire Pot. Helps us bully our way through the elite. Maybe we do want the 2 strike pluses. Because if we have, like, if our, like, max damage turn is Eruption, Consecrate, 2 strike pluses, and a strike, like, that's a lot of damage. These would do 18, so it's like 36, 45, plus 12 is 57, plus 10, 67 damage. It's a lot of damage. It's enough to kill Guardian for sure. I got like Third Eye Card Remove. Fasting is also a power. We can afford to pick Fasting because it doesn't add to deck size. A little bit concerning to go down the 2 strikes. 2 strikes and a Consecrate. It's not really enough damage. I'd feel very silly picking the Whetstone. It's like basically guaranteed to hit a strike though. Rushdown Plus would be nice, but that can't be hit. Secret Technique is actually worse upgraded than it is unupgraded, because now it's permanent. Would Third Eye remove a defend be better? That's an interesting idea. Since we're so so constrained on the card slots, maybe. Let's extend these lines. Let's think about what we're doing with this fire. So if we take Third Eye Card, remove Fire Pot, remove a defend, upgrade a strike at the fire, maybe upgrade Vigilance. Actually, Consecrate is probably the upgrade over strike, right? Yeah. So if we remove a defend... No, I think I'd still want to remove a strike. So it'd be Third Eye, Card remove, Fire Pot, upgrade, Consecrate, go fight an elite. Can't be Lagavulin. I think we'd probably be fine in either Gremlin Knob or Sentries. The Consecrate Plus and crazy Eruption stuff. Whereas this line's just so bad. We like upgrade 2, and then we go to the camp and upgrade vigilance or something. I guess that's not terrible. Probably hits consecrate anyway. The problem with buying third eye is it's a common, right? So we'll find good options for third eye. We'll never see whetstone again. But whetstone's also just like not very good. I'm gonna think about this for a second. Be right back. Thanks, Fuzzy Ducky. Hey, Guitar. The problem with follow up is like we're spending basically like 126 gold, right? Because follow-up card remove is kind of a package. We're spending 126 gold to upgrade one of our strikes by 1 damage. And like it's a little bit better than that, right? Because it costs 0. And things costing 0 is neat. But it's not necessary for the combo. And it's kind of an expensive option that doesn't do a lot. Whereas like for 165 gold, which is only, you know, whatever, 39 more, we could upgrade 2 strikes by 3 damage, which is a lot extra damage. Although even looking at it that way, it's just not good. I'm doing good, guitar. Had a good break. Spent pretty much the whole break playing Pandemic Legacy with my wife. We got Pandemic Legacy Season 1 and played almost all the way through it. We're in December now. I don't know if anybody in chat's played Pandemic Legacy, but I'm a big fan. I think it just has to be third eye card remove. My stream looks more HD. Well, I didn't change literally any settings, so maybe you're, as things go further back in time, they become more and more sepia tone. That's a rule in media coverage. I recently saw a picture from the 1990s presented in black and white as though it were before the invention of color cameras, which is obviously ridiculous. So I think that just it being last year means that it's gotten a little bit more fuzzy in your memory. The film grains we used for our cameras in the year 2020 just weren't quite as good as the HD digital webcams we used in the year 2021. Yeah. Everything probably was black and white in 2020. I mean, if you're going to pick a random year from history to be black and white, I think 2020 is probably a good one. Macabre gift end 2020. What do you mean, Nate? Also, hi, Nate. All right, I think we just have to do third eye card remove. I don't like it, but I'll do it. Okay. And we talked about upgrading Consecrate. Is that still the plan? We definitely want to go this way, because that's an extra fire. Consecrate upgrade is really good against sentries. Okay. Could upgrade Vigilance, but... Oh, playing the game Pandemic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we wanted to. So I got a couple of Legacy games. I got Pandemic Legacy and Aeon's End Legacy, and I was choosing which one I wanted to do, and I was like, which one? And I was like, no, we have to play Pandemic Legacy because the Pandemic's on right now. Okay, it is Sentries, so we did the thing. We figured them out. Definitely playing Vigilance this turn. So then we're either defending for 2 health or developing Rushdown. I think I like Third Eye double defend next turn, so we take 1. So we'll take 2 this turn and 1 next turn and develop Rushdown. Third Eye's gonna see those cards. I'll keep the defend because defends are good in this fight. We'll save the Consecrate. Consecrate does skip a shuffle there, but saving it to go with the Eruption seems reasonable. All right. Can we kill this middle sentry this turn? Eruption does 9. Consecrate does 16. That's 25. So we do 45 with the Fire Pot. Or we can kill him with strikes. What if we do like 16 plus 12? 16 plus 12 is 28. 48. 28 plus another 12 would be 40. It's off by 1. So I guess we just kill middle and back sentry this turn. Okay. Oh, I should have played... I guess I was thinking about playing defend first, but then didn't do it because I didn't want to play any defense. Weren't part of the line. I'd rather hold them. I guess we have to block for 20 this turn. I kind of just want to redraw damage. I guess I'll keep vigilance in case we need it. Alright, and take one. Next turn might be vigilance defend, so I'll throw away a defend because we don't need to. Eruption, strike, consecrate, is that lethal? Seems like, yep. Okay. Old coin. I guess we went to our shop too early. Deceive reality is sort of like an alternate third eye option. I don't think we're going to take that now. Although it's not bad. Maybe we do take Deceive reality. We do have to fight through Guardian here, so having lots of block cards makes some sense. We should be able to pretty reliably find the cards we need in this fight, though. Foresight seems pretty unnecessary with a 11-card deck, or 12-card deck. Brilliance does hit pretty hard. We don't have any mantra, and adding extra cards to the deck that just hit hard seems bad. So I think it's Deceive Reality or Skip, and I am torn. Why couldn't she be a water, or sorry, Inner Peace? Inner Peace would be so good. I think we've got enough block, and adding cards is really dangerous, so I'm going to skip this, even though it is a good card. Alright. Got through that fight pretty healthy, so I think we're going to take an upgrade. Vigilance seems like the most obvious pick. Rushdown would be nice. And then, I guess we could upgrade a Striker or Defend. Seems kind of crazy. Defend does get more block per energy than Vigilance does. New Year's resolutions. No, I don't generally do New Year's resolutions. I have been trying to lose weight for a while, and I've been counting my calories recently, although that started before the New Year's. Sort of functions as a resolution. We'll see how long we keep that going. It's a lot of work. Adding stuff up, weighing things. I guess it's the Rushdown Plus. It helps us get set up. It matters more for Act 3 than Vigilance Plus does. Okay, a Looter. I guess I'll go ahead and enter Calm and use the smaller block card because it's sufficient. Rushdown for 0 is always getting played. Do we get lethal here? If we third eye away the defend, then Eruption's guaranteed to draw Consecrate, and can draw itself, which would almost certainly be lethal. Even if it doesn't, Eruption is 9 plus 16 is 25 plus 24 is 49, which is lethal. Okay, great. Don't need any of the fancy stuff. No redraw required. Halt is a hell of a card. Conclude's nice too. I guess we could just add a Halt. I mean, Halt Plus is so good. In a Rushdown loop combo, it's just 0 energy block for 18. It's like stupid good. It does put us a card behind. Currently, if we just like added an inner piece to the deck, we would be infinite, and halt puts us a little bit away from that. But it's also just like really strong, and we should have plenty of time to remove a card if we find an inner piece. So I'll take a halt, just because it's good. All right, I think we can survive Guardian at 35, so I'm gonna go ahead and Smith here too. And I think it's time for Vigilance. Imagine if we're offered a Pandora's Box. We've got every card upgraded except for the Strikes and Defends. Pandora's Box would just be like, okay, let's get rid of the crappy cards and get some good ones. All right. No reason not to develop Rushdown. I think I'm going to play Eruption Strike here instead of Vigilance. I'll go ahead and use the... Well, actually, we might want to hold Liquid Bronze Fract too. Because of birds. We'll see if we need it. Yeah, eggs are super good. These relics are all insane. This is a great swap. Egg as your first relic is nuts, and old coin is super good. I mean, it's a rare, right? So I was hoping we could split him this turn, and we can. So let's do that. I guess we need to play at least one of these to clear out some hand room. I think I'll just play at least one defend, maybe 2 or 3. We've got an awful lot of block in hand. I don't think we need either defend. Alright, Halt, you're up. Probably ending the turn with Vigilance. So I'll try and hold Eruption, so it's like Strike, Consecrate, Vigilance. We take 4 damage return, go down to 10. He's only hitting for 10, so we'd be overblocking by 12. Seems a little silly. We could try to stay in Wrath, but then we take damage and I don't really want to. Okay, we need to block for 16. We can do that with Halt if we just play Eruption now. I guess I'll play Third Eye first to block the damage return. So it's like Third Eye, Eruption, Halt, Vigilance, something, something. I'll leave just the Halt. That'll redraw either the Third Eye or the Strike when we Eruption. Okay. And this is the main block. And then again, we have way more block than we need with the Vigilance, but whatever. I imagine we can probably split him this turn. Sort of awkwardly, I'm going to play Consecrate just so that I have something to redraw. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have done that, because then I could have redrawn Eruption. Oops. Whatever, this is clearly fine. So we're skipping one card. I guess I'm okay skipping one of these cards. I guess I'd rather skip a Defend. So I'll maximize the chances of that. He's back in anger mode. I guess we could, like, Vigilance and Eruption this turn. Yeah, let's do that. Seems like we've got plenty of blocks. Might as well just go back into Wrath. Strike, Consecrate, Defend blocks out. Seems fine. Halt while we're still in Wrath. He's only hitting for 16. So Vigilance is going to block out easily. So I guess let's do the standard. Do a bunch of damage and then Vigilance line. Watcher is extremely strong. Oh, we missed Wrath, so we don't get to split him this turn. Oh, we don't need to. Okay. Well, that's silly. Conjure Blitz is plus on it. Ragnarok is a big old chunky card. And Devotion doesn't add any cards to the deck. It's sort of the upside. I don't really see any reason to pick any of these. We're not really a big energy deck, so Conjure Blade's kind of out. Ragnarok is fun if we get Talk to the Hand, but Talk to the Hand with a Rushdown Infinite is already infinite block, so what do we need the Ragnarok for? Devotion's kind of interesting, but I don't really see the appeal. It would make that Brilliance from a couple of floors ago much better. It just seems like it slows us down. It's just an extra card. So I think we're skipping here. And what do we got? 4 energy would be kind of useful, but not extremely. We could take Ectoplasm. We have 400 gold, so that's enough to spend. But I kind of want gold because like card removes are really good because we're trying to do some sort of infinite. We want to like go to shops and get that inner piece. It's probably Astrolabe. Astrolabe digs for an inner piece, gets rid of some of the low value cards from the deck that are clogging up the hand. Maybe it gets like a power or a card that exhausts or something. There's not actually very many cards that are good in the deck, which is not usually the sign of a good opportunity for Astrolabe. For example, we just skipped all of our boss card options, so like if Astrolabe turns a defend into a Ragnarok, we're not really super happy about that. It'd probably be a strike and 2 defends. Maybe 2 strikes and a defend. We've only got the Consecrate and the Eruption for damage if we do 2 strikes and a defend. There's a good chance that Astrolabe gives us something back, but there's also a possibility that we start Act 2 with very low damage. But it's a rushdown loop, right? Eruption's kind of enough damage by itself. But you do want something to follow up on it. Sozu's kind of weak because we've only got a liquid bronze. But it is, it's an energy relic. It's kind of unnecessary if we're doing an infinite, though. And I'd really like an Inner Calm or a Talk to the Hand. So I think we're gonna search for those. Okay, I'm gonna do strike, strike, defend. Yeah, I'm not too worried about finding damage. Alright, what do we get? These two both say exhaust, so I'm happy. It's also a calm enter, so we can manipulate rushdown with that. Judgment plus is something, I guess. It's in the deck. It's damage, right? We need to find our way to a shop. How do we feel about question marks? Ancient Writing doesn't have a lot of targets anymore. We'd probably take the upgrades still, though, because the deck is super small now. Let's see, the deck is 4 cards that remove, right? So it's a 9-card deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 9-card deck's pretty skinny. So we don't really need card removes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine a falling event with this deck. We could be offered like Eruption, Rushdown, and Vigilance. That would be rough. Um, there's other good events. Library is a really good chance to get inner piece. Yeah, let's go find the library. Okay, so we're looking for question marks. Maybe we go through this question mark shop line. That gets us the most cards, right? Unfortunately, it forces us into 2 shops. So maybe we just do the 4 question marks, 1 shop line. I kind of don't hate 2 shops, though. If we save some money and keep our powder dry for an inner piece at the second shop, we could be infinite this act. Maybe we even do the 4 question marks extra fire single shop line. What are we doing at that fire? The only things we have left to upgrade are defend, so it might even be like a recall. Alright, well, let's start here and then we'll make more decisions when we get here. Alright, no reason not to play Rushdown. I guess we could crescendo to draw cards. Yeah, we need to draw cards, right? And we have, oh no, we don't, I thought we had Tranquility in hand, but we don't. This is a Consecrate. So Crescendo is very dangerous. Could draw Vigilance or Tranquility, 2 outs out of 8. Approximately a quarter. I don't want to take those odds. This Halt, too. Halt's kind of an out. Taking 16 as is. It's pretty bad. But I would hate for him to be hitting for 42. 42 minus 18, 23. So we hit taking 18 instead of 16. So it's not even... Halt's not an out because it's not even health positive. Alright. Stupid avocado. We could use Judgment to get it out of hand while we've got the energy. Yeah, we'll redraw it if we need it. Judged. Okay, we could Crescendo now to draw cards because we got the Vigilance in hand. Also have Halt. Sure. We could Third Eye Defend to block. Blocks for 9, so we take 2. Pretty close to setting up Judged. Hello, AI Tormurcad. How's it going? Yeah, I think I'll just block out. This is fine. Eruption draws these cards exactly. Can we set up a Judgment? Eruption, Consecrate, Judgment would have to be the line. Eruption does 9, so we still got 3 armor. This would do 16. So 3 armor, 13 health. It sets him to exactly 40. 40 or less, so it's guaranteed. Okay. Was not expecting to have to read Judgment today. I don't normally pick Judgment, so it's an unusual situation. We're not picking any of these because we're very sensitive to deck size, and none of them say inner piece on them. I'm getting the name of this card right? Yeah, we need one of those. Yeah, we can't pick these. Okay. Upgrade Shrine. We've already got everything upgraded. What are we even going to do here? I guess, I mean, we'll take it, right? Because it's here, but we'll only offer defend pluses, so it's awkward. Okay, Surprise Shop. That's interesting. Duality's kind of good. Um, so the thing with duality is then we wouldn't need, whatchamacallit, to block. We wouldn't need talk to the hand. Because we could just do the combo, eruption, inner piece, eruption, inner piece, eruption, inner piece. Get an infinite decks and then do whatever. It's still not actually good though, right? We would need to find a way to make to either like draw an extra card so that we can loop a halt in which case the combo is already block positive. Or we'd have to find like a madness or something to make the combo energy positive so that we can play defend periodically. But defend makes it not card draw positive, so then we can't combo. Yeah, duality is not actually that useful. I mean, it's really good, obviously, but I think we just pick regen pot here. We kind of want to save the money for this shop. There is another rushdown. That's true. So if we do 2 rushdowns, that's a good point. If we do 2 rushdowns, then we can play a halt or whatever. We could remove a defend. We've mission accomplished for getting the deck small though, so we don't really need to spend money on that. It would improve the deck quality if we removed the defend. Increase the density of third eyes for block. Neat. Extra rushdown. How did extra rushdown help you get your heart kill? I'm definitely not against extra rushdown. It would make the combo go off more reliably on turn 1. So if we're going for max reliability, yep, that makes sense. Okay, all right, you've convinced me. We've got a halt, so like we've already got the card to mix in. Helps us get more reliable on turn 1. We've got 2 Wrath Enters, so pairing up a Wrath Enter and a Rushdown on turn 1. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this too, because I'm a little bit concerned about the health. And I think we just stop. I don't think any of these are good enough, and Duality would take all the rest of the money. We're forced into at least one other shop, so saving money makes a lot of sense. Do we ever Cauldron? No, we just bought a potion. Okay. Nope, can't do that. That makes the deck 5 cards larger. No thank you. Are you a library? No. We can use this for card remove. Remove a defend, get an upgrade hopefully on Rushdown. It's actually a 50-50 for what the random upgrade hits. There's only 2 unupgraded cards in the deck after we remove a defend. So it either hits Rushdown or defend. Which is silly. We could transform 2 defends and look for an inner piece. They could also get card draw or cards that exhaust or powers. We do have a Toxic Egg, so if they transform into skills, they'll likely get much better. Yeah, I think we're digging as hard as we can for an inner piece, and this is 2 shots at an inner piece. Doesn't have great odds, but it does something. Might give us something interesting to do with this fire, too. Okay. We did get a power. Yeah, we actually got both cards exhaust, so we removed 2 more cards from the deck with that. And now we've got 2 Rushdowns, 2 Crescendos, and an Eruption, so a lot of card draw. The Fasting's a little bit out of place. But we do have we have a Fasting and a Halt now, so... I'm actually pretty afraid of Elites, so I don't think we're going there. I think we're just going to upgrade the Rushdown. And then go take a peek and look for Inner Peace. Can we get it? Do you have it? No. Looking for specific uncommons is so frustrating. There are 2 uncommons. It would be Inner Peace or, what is it? Fear No Evil? Yeah, Fear No Evil would do it. Okay. We failed to free up a potion slot. I was planning on using the regen potion, but we didn't get a fight. We could remove the Fasting, or the Defend plus. Can we make Prostrate work? So we have 2 Rushdowns now. So we draw 4 cards per cycle, so our cycle could be like... Yeah, if we get 2 copies of Prostrate... Let's see, okay, so... Prostrate was your block card. Prostrate's a great card for a Rushdown combo deck. Okay, so it's 3 Mantra. So we have to play it, let's assume 4 times per cycle, because 4 is the worst case scenario. So if our combo is Vigilance Eruption, Vigilance Eruption, we're losing 1 energy every time. But we can afford to do that 3 times per Prostrate loop, right? So I think this is technically infinite. If we can find a way to set it up. If we pick the Prostrate. Because entering Divinity both gives us a way to exit back into Wrath and gives us 3 energy. So we play Prostrate, enter Divinity, play Eruption, redraw Prostrate and Eruption. We might need 2 Prostrates, but I think we're pretty close now. And Prostrate's a common. So if we had 2 Prostrates, then it would be 6 Mantra per cycle, and we would definitely be able to get it. Because then it would be double Prostrate to enter, Eruption to redraw the whole package, and then Vigilance, double Prostrate for crazy energy. Yeah. So if we find another Prostrate, that would do it. Okay. So I'll take Prostrate and card remove then. And card remove's hitting Fasting, I think. Most awkward card. Could hit Judgment. These are the expendable ones. But I think Fasting's worse. This fire doesn't do much, because every card's upgraded. Yeah, this deck is teensy-tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that remove it themselves, so it's an 8-card deck with double Rushdown. Yeah, exactly. Judgment does some work. It's a very low damage deck, and I am actually pretty afraid of shapes, right? Because we're an infinite Rushdown deck, so spikers are pretty scary. What do we do with this fire? Do we rest? Recall? Do we skip it and go to a fight? I think we just rest, right? 68 times 0.3 is 20. So yeah, we don't even lose any value. We just go to close to full health. That's fine. Yeah, I would like to judge the heart. Unfortunately, if the combo works, we'll be doing damage caps every turn, including turn 1. Which means that we can judge the heart, so I guess we will. Awkward. I don't plan on proccing that. Vigilance is happening. Defend blocks for 20. We could halt to block for 4. Saves us 2 health. Might as well. Double Rushdown Crescendo. That's a line. Draw these 4 cards. Consecrate, judge somebody. Let's go. Got him. Darn. I guess, we're done with the easy pool, so we can't get triple birds anymore. These aren't Inner Peace or Prostrate. Does Prey work? No, Prey does not work. Wait, does Prey work? No. Let's see. Okay, does Prey work? If we do 2 Prostrates and a Prey in a loop, that enters Divinity. We might be able to make it work, but I don't want to. I think that's the hardest way to combo. So no. Yeah, exactly. It's very fiddly to combo. It makes us less resistant to statuses in the heart fight. Attack pot versus Liquid Bronze. So we can't find triple birds anymore, so I think attack pot's better. Attack pot can also find Fear No Evil. Went to a question mark looking for the library event. Didn't find it. I guess this turn is just Third Eye. Make sure we're getting a Rushdown next turn. We don't need a second Crescendo. Is this a spot for a regen pot? Do we just drink it now? We waste 1 health immediately. Yeah, I'll wait till it's more of an emergency. Okay. Rushdown's happening. We can like Tranquility Crescendo to draw cards. Gets the other Rushdown. Draws 2 of these cards. Okay. I don't want Prostrate to skip a shuffle. Oh. I guess we just Vigilance to block. And then we'll go off next turn. Crescendo... We can, like, Prostrate Crescendo to redraw the Prostrate. I guess we can fit a couple of cards into that loop. So Prostrate definitely, and then, like, Halt, I guess? Halt and Consecrate, because there's no reason to hold back. This Prostrate does not go into Divinity. But we can force Divinity with, like, Prostrate, Vigilance, Eruption, which redraws the Prostrate. Got him. Judged. Alright. Pretty sure we're no on all these. Sanctity doesn't help us get any infinites. Flurry of Blows is just in the way. Sands of Time is just in the way. Okay. Terrible turn 1. So I'll use Prostrate for block. Maybe we should have drank in the attack pot and looked for the weak attack. Could halt for 4 health. If we get Tantrum, we could Tantrum halt Tranquility. It feels like we'd be spending a lot of our resources. Okay, I'm gonna halt and drink the regen pot. We waste 1 health, but then we're gonna have more room for it later. Alright. Second rush down, so we're drawing these 4 cards if we want to. I don't want to, so I think we're gonna play Third Eye first. Get rid of Crescendo Judgment. Maybe defend too. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get rid of it all. And then Tranquility so that it doesn't get redrawn. And draw 4 cards, see what they are. This is always getting played. We need to re-enter Calm. There's no attacks in hand. So we can just do that now. I guess we could Calm Crescendo. Draw 4 of these. There's guaranteed to be no Calm enter. No thank you. Prostrate blocks out. Or we could Third Eye to filter a little bit. Or both. Let's do both. I don't want the wound, I don't want the judgment. These seem fine. I don't need a second crescendo either. Okay. Crescendo draws these 4. Do we have room in hand for 4? 3, 6, 7 we do. Okay. Prostrate should get played, so should Consecrate. And I guess Halt. And then Vigilance Crescendo, so it's guaranteed to redraw Vigilance. Actually, I guess no. We're kind of blocked out, but we need to end in Calm to do it. Calm or Divinity. Prostrate puts us into Divinity. We've got all the damage in hand, so might as well. That'll put us back into Wrath, which draws cards. So if there's any cards we want to play first, I guess we might as well play Halt for extra block. Seems unnecessary. But whatever. Looks like we're pretty close to judging. 18 doesn't quite do it. Wait, it does. Puts him to 39, right? Or, no, that can't be right. It would put him at 41. No, 45. Jesus. Okay, 45. So we're not quite there. And we can't get there. But it looks like we can just block out in Wrath mode. We need to turn energy into card draw. Whatever we're doing, it's energy positive. Let's see, 14 times 4 is 56, so we're blocked out even in Wrath mode, so we can just end like this. Alright, and then we judged him. Cool. Well, that was complicated. Collect seems unnecessary. Conjure Blade seems unnecessary. Battle Hymn seems unnecessary. I will skip. Extra Fire does what? We're at full health with all upgrades, so I guess that would be our Recall. We do still need Green Key, so recalling in Act 2 is helpful. Gets us an extra question mark. Is question mark for study more or fewer cards seen than 2 fights? I think it's probably... I don't know. It's definitely less risky. Alright. Okay. Extra energy. Sure. Unnecessary. Campfire. Probably went to too many campfires. Didn't ever see study. And haven't found inner peace. But we're doing some stuff, so... should be good enough. Let's Third Eye to make sure we're getting rushdowns next turn. I don't want to be skipping Prostrate. I don't think we need Eruption. We have 2 Crescendos in hand. Torchheads you can just judge. You can just judge them right now. I'm going to play both rushdowns for sure. I think judging both Torchheads is probably what we're going for this turn. Crescendo would draw 4 cards, these 2 and 2 of these. I've got enough room in hand for it, sure. Unless I don't want Judgment to skip a shuffle. I don't think we're that concerned about our Judgment cycling. Okay. So we've got that. Oh, did we just let Prostrate skip a shuffle? That was wrong. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We might not actually need to do Judgment. We might just be able to loop Consecrate and kill them. Halt blocks out if we can kill both Torchheads and re-enter Calm. Tranquility Eruption does some stuff. 9 damage means he dies to a single Consecrate, which gives us sort of a worst-case scenario. We can end the loop by judging him and Vigilancing. But now we've just blocked out even in Wrath mode, probably. Or we just eruption him to death. No reason to mess around with judgment if we don't need to. Unfortunately, Prostrate is skipping another shuffle. Eruption kills him, but we want to use the eruption to enter Wrath. I don't think this works, right? Maybe it does, because we've got 9, so even though we've only got 2 energy, we can prostrate loop now. I think it's not infinite, but it does a lot of damage. Maybe it is infinite, because we're about to loop again. I think we're losing 1 mantra per cycle or something. I think we can only support 3 prostrates per cycle, and it only gives us 9 mantra, not quite enough. But it's kind of a how many angels can dance on the head of a pin kind of question. It doesn't really matter, because all the enemies are dead by the time you find out. Oh, we can judge him now. Judge her, sorry. You know, I can't actually get Coconut right now, because my wife has her. Hey, Nansbana. Welcome to 2021. Let's see. Lessons Learned says Exhaust on it, but every card in the deck is upgraded, so that seems kind of silly. We also have a Toxic Egg for whenever we finally find that inner piece. Alright, Coconut's now free. I'll go grab her. She's being fed, so I'll grab her in a second. I was on winter break in Ansbana. Had Christmas and New Year's and stuff. That's where I've been. Been playing Pandemic Legacy with my wife. Master Reality, we don't generate any cards, right? So that one's out. We're not doing that. Devaform, I don't think we need. Seems slow. So I think we're skipping this one too. Fourth Energy would be kind of helpful. We don't really care what the enemies do, so that's kind of useful. Because we kind of just play all the block that we can, do infinite stuff. So it's going to be one of these two. I guess probably this one, because this one doesn't make the heart stronger. Bark is kind of fun too. Get 2 attack cards. Apply 6 weak. You can do some kind of busted stuff with Bark in Act 4. It's just not very reliable though. Ooh, got Aeon's End for Christmas. Yeah, I love Aeon's End. I would also recommend it. I actually got Aeon's End Legacy for Christmas. We haven't opened it yet because we've been consumed by Pandemic Legacy, but it's kind of funny. Pandemic Legacy, it's like we're kind of playing it like tongue in cheek because there's a pandemic on, but it's actually not very close to real life because at the beginning of every pandemic game, there's 4 pandemics that are started, so it's a little different. I guess you could consider like the UK variant a local variant or something, but I think it's more similar in the name than it is in the mechanics. Sure. I don't know if we really need the 4th energy. Maybe that was a mistake. Got Time Lord. We do have to go to Green Key Guy. So we have to go here. So working back from that, it'd be nice to go to an extra fire, but there's no shop on that line. Did you give each disease its own name in Pandemic? Yeah, you're required to by the rules of Pandemic Legacy. I've only got through season 1 of Legacy. Yeah, well, that's what we're on right now. We're in December of season 1. Just so I don't want people to spoil games in the chat. Not offended by what you said, just you know. Your gaming sessions were interrupted by the real pandemic? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, no worries. The special disease in our game of Pandemic Legacy is yellow. We did name black the bubonic plague, as I believe you're required to by law. I want to go to a shop to pick up Inner Peace, but I kind of feel like even without an Inner Peace, we're still like winning fights pretty easily. So like maybe I don't care, and I can just save the money for Act 4. The extra fire is not super valuable though. It seems like the game is very careful to not make the special disease. Okay, so without spoiling too much, in the first game of Pandemic Legacy, one of the diseases will get more powerful than the other ones, and I think the game is very slightly racist because the players all start in Atlanta, which is where the CDC is, which makes sense. And because the players start in Atlanta, the disease that starts in North America and Europe is very unlikely to be the most powerful disease during Session 1. So they're kind of saying that the bad pandemics start in the non-developed Western world, which is a slight criticism. I'm not sure how they could have gotten around that. But the special disease is very unlikely to be blue. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go this way. No, I do want the shop. I want to get an Inner Peace or a Prostrate. I do believe we need second Prostrate to be infinite, to truly be infinite. Actually, maybe we don't care about being infinite. Maybe like just damage capping and generating a bunch of block is enough. Huh. So assuming we can enter Divinity, like, 2 or 3 times a turn, even without the infinite. I might have named one of the diseases Starbucks. That's funny. We named the red one Corrosa. I remember that one. They provided a name for the special one, so that one was the yellow disease. Shoot, what's the last color? Oh, black. No, black is bubonic plague. So red is... No, red is Rosa. I don't remember what we named the blue one. I think our name for the blue one is a little bit less creative. Man, I want to go to a shop, but I guess I'll go to the question marks because we might need to rest. As someone who lives in Atlanta, the fact the CDC here has zero impact on our pandemic response because our state is full of people who think it's a political ploy. Yeah. Well, you know. Pretty exciting time to be living in Georgia, Captain Grim. I guess I don't want to say too much about that, but yikes. Alright, double rushdown. He is hitting for either like 11 or 16. So I think we're going to weaken him and let Orichalcum block, because that's more than Prostrate. I guess it's slightly less than Prostrate and Halt. Yeah, we're pretty likely to redraw Prostrate and Halt. So I guess I'll just use them to block. He did the big attack. What a jerk. We're going to use Crescendo to draw the remaining cards. And then I believe Consecrate... Tranquility, and then Eruption to redraw these. Oh, we have lethal. Judged. Okay. Nope. Those aren't the special card. The one card we need. Inner Peace. We already voted and don't want to talk about it. Yeah, seriously. There's a lot of attention on Georgia right now. Well, I feel for you. I've never lived in a political battleground. I'm originally from Kansas, and I was a little bit excited because there was some rumblings about Kansas being contestable this year, but it was not. Or this cycle, I should say. That was last year. Nope. Don't need that. Too expensive. Uh-oh, Falling. We talked about how Falling could, like, totally ruin us. But luckily, it gave us the option to remove Judgment. Which is totally useless in Act 4. I guess if we remove Judgment, we can't judge the heart. Which is something I would like to do. We could remove Consecrate, but then we'd literally only have Eruption for damage. That would be a little bit sad. So I think we're just going to lose Judgment. Judgment's actually doing a lot of work, though. And we haven't run into shapes yet, so maybe we do lose Consecrate. Jeez, this is a tough one. You would think this would be good, because we're focused on getting the deck size down. Yeah, I think the work that Judgment is doing, we can just do by looping better. Or looping more. Judgment is usually just like, oh, we have lethal, great, we can stop. And not like, oh good, Judgment actually saved us. Yeah, the only thing is Spikers. And Consecrate is not good against Spikers. So I guess we're going to lose Consecrate. Lame. Okay. As if on cue, there's a Spiker. We could use Rushdown Crescendo to draw a card. Probably using like Explosive Pot to kill Spiker with Judgment. Probably judging one of the Exploders this turn. Alright, let's see it. Halt blocks for a lot. Let's go ahead and judge one. We probably can block without going into Calm. What's he hit for max? Need to pull up the wiki. You would think I would have this memorized, but I do not. I think it's like 11 or something. It is 11. Okay. So the exploder hits for 11, that's 22. The spiker hits for like 7? 9. So 22 plus 18 is 40. We don't have 40 blocks, so we're gonna go back into column. Alright, another rush down. Let's go ahead and redraw that judgment. Yes, we definitely take Fear No Evil. Either Fear No Evil or Inner Peace are good enough. Most of the fights in the later game are 100% predictable, so we're actually not too worried about the downside of Fear No Evil. I think we can generate enough block to punch him here. Yeah, we can. So we can save the explosive pot. Judged. Oh. I guess we're not going to save the explosive pot. These aren't it. Oh wait, Empty Mind. Does Empty Mind work? God, that's a lot of card draw. Okay. So if the loop is Eruption Empty Mind, then we have to spend... no, it's not. It's not infinite. Or it's not helpful, I think, is the real problem. We already have Vigilance, which is like an energy neutral exit. The only way it would help us is if we had 2 prostrates, then we could like double prostrate Eruption, double prostrate Empty Mind, and that would do the thing. But if we had 2 prostrates, we'd already be infinite, so I don't think Empty Mind actually helps. Am I missing something? Because the only thing that matters is playing prostrate a bunch, right? If it doesn't help us play prostrate more than our current combo, then we don't really care. And we've already got a ton of card draw, so it's just like Vigilance Eruption only costs 1 per cycle, whereas Empty Mind Eruption costs 2 per cycle, so I think it's worse. Entropic Brew I think is better than Attack Pot. The benefit of Attack Pot is we can get Fear No Evil. Super valuable. Explosive Pot helps set up Judgment on Spikers. But I guess we can hit the Spikers once and then judge them. We have to go this way to fight the Mega Elite. Triple Jawworm. Well, ouch, no rushdowns on turn 1 too. I think this is the Attack Pot. And we're looking for like Ragnarok or something. Conclude, does that work? Maybe Consecrate, actually. Eruption, Consecrate, Judge. Oh, I owe a Coconut redemption. Coconut just wandered by yelling at me. So I'll grab her up. Coconut apparently had other plans for her day and did not want to be picked up. But now she is. What are you going to do about it, Coconut? You're not very powerful. Your agency, even over your current position, is pretty limited. But I do apologize for that. And Anspawna made me do it. What can you do? Sometimes you're kidding. Okay, so we took Consecrate, Eruption Consecrate, lets us judge somebody. The question now is, do we drink the Entropic Brew as well? Or are we saving that? I think we drink that too. No. What's the point? This is one of those fights where you really want to know what they're doing. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'll try to save that. Sweet. Alright, rushdowns are getting played. Crescendo draws these three. That's actually pretty good. I was thinking about third-eyeing to remove them, but we can just Crescendo, Tranquility Crescendo to draw the whole pile, so. Let's do it. Consecrate Judgment. We don't want to skip a Prostrate, and we have plenty of energy, so we can just, like, Vigilance Eruption combo. Oh, we have lethal. Okay. Nope, these aren't it. Darn. Alright, here's Reptimancer. Judgment coming in hot again. Let's go ahead and see what this is. We can just manually enter Divinity now. Interesting. And I guess we just use these for block. We want the rushdowns. We don't want to skip Prostrate, so I think we just keep all these. Maybe I shouldn't have kept the Eruption since we have two Crescendos in hand. Oh well. Second rushdown is not guaranteed when we draw. Only one Tranquility. We have Divinity Stance to get out. We could use the Divinity Stance with the Eruption to kill this dagger now. I think I will. Yep, we missed rushdown, rewarded. Alright, I don't think that's enough block, but not much we can do. Well, now we've got to use for that campfire. Alright, let's use Crescendo to draw. Halt for block. We need to judge these two daggers. How many wounds do we have? Just 3. We should be able to still cycle with that. We don't want to play Prostrate right now because we have 5 cards that we're going to end up drawing. Oh wait, we can do 4 cards with this Crescendo. So we use Vigilance Crescendo, and we know exactly what 4 we're drawing. Okay. Alright, we judge you. And then, like... I love Monster Train. Monster Train's great. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say love. It's good. I like Monster Train. Sorry, it's a quick backpedal. But I think Monster Train is a really well-made game. I think there are a lot of lessons to learn from it. I like playing it a lot. I did kind of fall off after the first couple of what do they call their Ascensions? Pacts or something. I think we're comboing now. Covenants, thank you. But yeah, I like it a lot. Halt, Prostrate, Vigilance, Eruption. Although in this case it's just Halt, Prostrate, Eruption. Is this infinite? It feels infinite. Yeah, it definitely is. It's energy positive. So we're done taking cards. Yeah, because this one's the re-up. Back to 5. But that only gives us license to do 2 loops. But 2 loops is enough because we've got it in hand. We've got 5. Yeah. Okay. So it is positive, but barely. So we're infinite. Ooh, Bag of Prep's great. 3rd rushdown. Hey, there's our inner piece. Okay, well that makes it way easier. Or I could just not add a card to the deck. Since apparently we're already infinite. Okay, so let me talk this out. We do Halt, Prostrate, Vigilance, Eruption is the sort of main loop. And we do that until we go into Divinity. And then when we go into Divinity, it's Halt, Prostrate, Eruption. Okay, so how many times does the main loop happen? So up to 4, right? And each time we do the main loop, we lose 1 energy, right? Because Vigilance Eruption costs 3 and gains us 2. So it costs net 1. So we lose 3 1/3 energy to main loops. And then the short loop, which is just Halt, Prostrate, Eruption, is only +2 energy, right? Because Prostrate gains us 3, but then Eruption uses 1 of it. So there's no way it's energy positive. Because it costs 3.3 to do the main loop, and it only gains 2 on the side loop. So I'm not sure how we ended up with enough energy there. I think we like started in Calm or something. So we need inner piece. This is the loop. This is the way. Okay. Alright, obviously resting there. Writhing Mass. Alright, we get 1 rush down. And then do we inner piece first? I think no, because we might want to use the inner piece for doing like 2 Wrath Enters. So let's start with Crescendo. Okay. Let's halt while we're here. Also, I hate this fight when you have Runic Dome, because there's no way to tell if you're getting a curse or not. We would get 6 bonus max HP if we took a curse. So hopefully we can combo him on turn 1. Actually, if we want to combo on turn 1, we should just play Vigilance Inner Piece to draw 4. Because we have an energy pot. Eruption draws 4. We have a Tranquility in hand, so because we're drawing Crescendo, we're guaranteed to be comboing. So I'll go ahead and toss in a Prostrate. Alright, now we need to clear out room by playing Tranquility and Crescendo, and then we should be good. We're going to draw 4 cards, and there's only 2, so I'll play the Halt as well. And then just Inner Piece Eruption forever. This is going to take a second. It's either 8-8 or 9-8, depending on which slot Inner Piece is in. I guess we can be throwing Prostrates in there, since we overdraw by 2 every loop. Prostrates and Halts are optional. But why, when we've already got a infinite with fewer cards? Might as well make it easy on myself. Well, this is our first turn 1 combo, because this is the first fight after which we have Inner Piece. This time we get the full 9 damage. Take that, Malleable. With the Prostrate, it's energy positive. Maybe we could make it more fun to make it energy positive. We would also do more damage because the we'd be in Divinity mode when we play Eruption sometimes. It is super rainy here. I don't know if people can hear the rain sound. I would imagine not. This is the worst loop. This is the loop where we do 1 damage through the Malleable. 55 left. We're doing 9 and then 8 and then 7. So we're doing like... we're doing 55 damage per loop, so the last damage we do to him will be 1 damage. It'll be on this loop. Right? This is the 8 damage loop. Now this is the 7 damage loop. Oh right, Judgment, thank God. Okay. Alright, we got out of it. Good point, Fuzzy Ducky. Alright. I was just watching the numbers. I guess I'll take a Thread Needle. Sure. Giant Head seems pretty vulnerable to infinite combos. Unless I've missed my guess. He could be attacking this turn, so we'll play enough cards to block in case he is. hold the rest. 2 rushdowns means we draw 4 cards. We don't have room in hand for that, but it hardly matters. Let's get rid of the consumable cards like Crescendo. Where's the Calm Mentor? Did we already use it? Oh, Tranquility, there it is. Alright. Inner Peace Eruption. There we go. Who's the giant head now? What's that? Giant head doesn't hit you with lots of small attacks? Oh. My insult did not make any sense. Very well. At least this one, your damage goes up every turn rather than going down every turn. Or every cycle, I should say. These aren't turns. This is all one turn. In the past, I thought things were energy positive because I had a bunch of energy, but in reality, I just farmed a bunch of energy out of the Tranquility and stuff. Tranquility is like +2 energy. If you start the turn in Calm and play Tranquility, you can convince yourself you're energy positive, but you're not. Is it 1 more or 2 more loops? Ooh, 2 more. Oh, we could have judged him. Oops. Oh, we have a Sundial now. Whoa. Now we're energy positive. Jeez. Get out of here. Do we proc Sundial, like, once per loop? Because we overdraw... No, we proc it once 1.5 times per 2 loops. Totally unnecessary. Took a 3rd rushdown? Honestly, at this point, I think I'm for it. All that really matters is that we get the combo on turn 1 at this point. And if we have 3 rushdowns, 2 crescendos, and an eruption, we're pretty likely to be able to draw the whole deck on turn 1. So let's do it. Campsites are useless. I'll take 7 health. Why not? Okay. Tranquility Inner Peace draws 4 cards. Let's play the Rushdown first. And we found another Rushdown. Our Wraths can draw 6 cards now. Which is silly. This draws the rest of the deck, including the last Rushdown. So now we can play like Vigilance, Crescendo, and then do some loops. Seems good. We do need these loops to be block positive so that we can have something to show to Spiker at the end. So I will... Oh, we can just judge him right now. Did I just screw up the loop? I did. And there's no way to recover. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to infinite loop again next turn. Whoops. I don't want to play these cards because they then I don't draw all 5. And I need to draw Eruption specifically. Okay, back to infinite looping. That's true, we could judge everyone. Jeez, that's a lot of energy. This combo makes energy so fast now. Also, hi Saradimal, I see you. Oh, we can just judge right now. I see what you're saying. Judgment versus Spheric Guardian. I know how this works. Bottled Miracle seems better than nothing. Contra Blade would be hilarious. We can't. So as much as it seems like we can combo easily on turn 1 every time, we do have to take the statuses against the heart. So we have to have room in hand for 2 extra cards. I think we have plenty of room for that, but wouldn't hurt to remove Judgment eventually. We could take a Tranquility. It's not crazy. Currently we have 2 Call Mentors and a Divinity Enter, theoretically. Removing Prostrate's an option too. I guess Prostrate is our block card against the heart. No, wait, Halt is our block card against the heart. Prostrate is just worse. Alright, I don't think we need Tranquility. I think it's a card that gets in the way. We want to draw Rushdowns and Crescendos on turn 1, not Tranquilities. So no. And these are obviously bad. Okay, free chest. That's never going to trigger. Alright. Nemesis is good practice for the heart. He's got 200 health. Let's see if we can damage cap him on turn 1. Rushdown's always getting played. The only way to draw cards is Crescendo. I think we're going to Third Eye first to make sure we draw more card draw. Oh. Okay, so this Crescendo draws 2 Rushdowns. I did this wrong. Here, I'm going to restart this fight. Obviously, this is like pretty low stakes. I just want to practice doing it right. Okay, so we played the Rushdown, then we play the Third Eye. And we can't take 2 Rushdowns, because then we run out of ways to draw. So we need to draw like this. Okay. And then this Crescendo is going to draw 4 cards, which includes Inner Peace Eruption, which should make the combo go. Yep. Wait. Shoot. We have a 1 in 5 chance of breaking the combo, and there's nothing we can do about it. Because we have to play either Inner Peace or Vigilance. Oh wait, we can play Vigilance then Inner Peace. How about that? Yeah, yeah. Good point. I thought of it at the same time as Captain Grimm. Great minds. Okay, and then Eruption draws Rushdown, then we're off. That was actually a surprisingly hard turn to get off the ground. Can this deck fail to combo on turn 1? That one almost failed because I did it wrong twice. I'm gonna take a look at the deck next at the end of the fight and see if it's possible to fail the combo. And see how we can mitigate that. Alright. Incense Burner, that's helpful, I guess. We talked about a Prostrate, but that seems like an extra card at this point. Okay, so let's take a look at the deck. So the non-combo turn 1 is Bane, Defend, Vigilance, Tranquility, Judgment. Yeah, there's lots of ways. Okay, so let's count all the cards that don't do the thing. Yeah, 3 Rushdowns and no Wrath Hunters works. Wrath Hunters with no Rushdown works. Inner Peace is usually going to be a combo card. So let's just count the cards that aren't either Wrath Hunters or Rushdowns or Inner Peace. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. So the most common way to miss is to draw 5 of those 9. And then we have no way to do rush down stuff. Oh wait, I counted inner piece, so there's 8 of those. So not likely, but definitely possible. I don't think there's much we can do about that, unfortunately. We'd have to remove, like, Judgment and Third Eye and other stuff. Yeah, exactly. Bag of Prep. Like, we have to draw... I guess if we removed Judgment and Third Eye, there's only 7 of those. But then, if we draw just one of Rushdown or Wrath Enter... Okay, alright. Nothing here helps at all, obviously. This is a completely wasted campsite, which is unusual for decks that don't win. Okay. This is Time Lord. Time Lord's got his own little special challenge. I imagine we're going to be playing 12 cards a turn against him, starting immediately and ending in Calm. We're going to want to play Rushdown. We'll need to end the turn in Calm. So we probably want to play like Crescendo, Halt, Prostrate, Eruption, Vigilance or something. Let's see what this draws. Halt and Vigilance is enough to block out, so we don't need to play Third Eye. And I guess I'll play... Let's see, is Prostrate a waste of time, which is at a premium in this fight? Or does it increase our damage per card? Our only damage is Eruption, which is silly. We're going to proc the clock a lot in this fight. I think Prostrate is certainly a waste of time right now. And I think it remains a waste of time later. So, okay, so if we're playing 12 cards a turn, we do 6 loops a turn. Or actually, probably we'd have Halt in the loop. So we end up doing 3 loops a turn. 3 4-card loops. Or no, 4 3-card loops. Halt, Eruption, Inner Piece. Or rather, Eruption... No, whatever. The one that has Halt while you're in Wrath mode. So we do 4 3-card loops per turn. So we're doing 27 damage, 36 damage from the 4 copies of Eruption. And then we block for 18 times 4, which is 48 plus 32, which is 80. So we block for 80 a turn. He would need an awful lot of strength to beat 80 block a turn. But we're going to be giving him an awful lot of strength, because we're only doing 36 damage a turn. So what's 480 divided by 36? So we're planning on killing him in 14 turns. So he's going to end up with 28 strength. And then he attacks for... it's normally 8 times 3? Yeah, it's 8 times 3. So 8 times 3 with 26 strength is 34 times 3, which is 102 damage, which is more than our 80 block. But that's only on the very last turn. So we should be okay until then. There's also, like, that's not quite precise, because we won't do quite as much damage while we're getting set up. And there's, like, his split turn, And the result of the calculator was 13.333 turns, so it's not exactly 14 turns. Okay. So what are we doing now? It seems like we should play Third Eye. And then, like, Vigilance. And enter Wrath, draw cards. Yeah, let's do Third Eye and see what it sees. We want to draw 2 cards. Tranquility Rushdown makes sense. Get the other Rushdown the Valk. We are also going to have to play Slimes, which compromises our turn somewhat. Let's see. We've only got 5 cards in hand, so if we played all of them, we'd leave ourselves with 1 on the clock. I don't think we want to do that. So we're going to play 6 cards. So we need to play Tranquility Eruption, and then we'll see what we draw. Alright, 4 more cards. Probably want to end in Calm. Probably want to play Rushdown. Not much else we can really do. So I guess I'll play Prostrate and Halt. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And get rid of this. Alright, we've only got 3 time left. So I'd like to do a double Eruption, like an Eruption in Wrath mode. If that makes sense. And then I guess exit Wrath? So like Prostrate Vigilance? Yeah, that makes sense. Do we have enough block? Prostrate Vigilance is 16 more block. He's going to have 4 strength. So he's hitting for 12 times 3. That should be fine. Okay. Eruption draws Eruption. I guess I'd rather Prostrate Eruption than do an Interpiece loop. Oh wait, this Eruption doesn't draw. Durr. Finding ways to do a little bit of extra damage, I think is reasonable. Let's weave a Halt in there, and then do this to finish. He just triple attacked. He can triple attack twice in a row, though, right? It's called Reverberate. Yeah, can't be used 3 times in a row. Okay, so I think we need to halt Vigilance. Should have done the math for that. Oh well. Now we're vulnerable. I don't like that. Okay. Let's start with the slimes. Can't use vigilance instead of inner peace. That's true. We do have energy from sundial. That's a good point. I like it. We're intangible this turn, so we don't care if he's attacking. But we can't really do damage any faster than we're doing it. I guess we could do, like... What about, like, Eruption, Vigilance, Inner Peace? Is that a loop? Can we do that? We can definitely do it for this cycle. It looks like we can do that. I want to play Prostrate. I don't really care about energy next turn. I wish I could use Judgment to do a little bit of damage to chip him under his split. Oh well. Okay. Inner Peace is only drawing one card, but it's an important card. And we'll stop here, because that's enough to split him. No, we can't leave ourselves 6 on the clock. So we have to keep comboing, even though it's foolish. Oh wow, we took damage, oops. Okay, he's healing this turn, so we don't want to play anything. He's got a bunch of armor. That 14 strength is making me nervous. Let's go to Divinity because we can. Runic Dome. We can Eruption, draws Eruption. I guess we could Prostrate Eruption. Prostrate Eruption. On the turn where we're weak, the best turn to do it. We should have fit in some halts there. We took a bunch of damage. Oof. Oh no! Oh god. Time Lord. We were so focused on if we can, we didn't consider whether we should. We shouldn't have removed that last. We shouldn't have removed the last Consecrate. That was the mistake. We should have removed Judgment instead. The Judgment was useful for removing Spikers, but we could have dealt with the Spikers, and we needed more damage against Time Lord. I just totally forgot Time Lord was even a thing. I never thought about him once. I was like, if we have an infinite and it beats the heart, we're done. But that's not how the game works. So we splatted a character that definitely should have won. We had a Fasting, too. I think Fasting would have done it. Fasting would have boosted our halt by a ton. Energy ended up not being a problem. Hey, Sherwins. Happy New Year. Maybe skipping the Conjure Blade was a mistake. I don't know. Maybe. Conjure Blade is extremely card efficient. I'll give you that. Once we got the Sundial, all sorts of things that we had done were mistakes, right? Like, once we had Sundial, we didn't need Inner Peace, we didn't need Prostrate. If we knew we were getting Sundial, like, whatever. Yeah, we just died. Yeah, this is kind of rough. Yeah, exactly. I think it was correct to not pick the Conjure Blade. I think the main mistake was the falling event. I just totally wasn't thinking about Time Lord.